Hello there, fellow seekers of sanity in a sometimes ridiculous world, and welcome back to Stoic Outlook, the channel where we make ancient wisdom slightly more understandable than your Wi-Fi router manual. Today, we're talking about freedom. Not the fireworks and burgers kind, the real kind. The kind that Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius would high-five each other for. So, buckle up, because we're diving into the freedom of choice, aka how not to completely lose your mind when life steps on your toes, or your shoe steps into something worse. Picture this. You are made of three things: your body, your breath, and your mind. The body? You can kind of control it until it randomly decides to throw its back out picking up a sock. Breath? Sure, keep breathing. 10 out of 10 would highly recommend. But the real MVP, the mind. That squishy little powerhouse in your skull, that's where the real control lives. Marcus Aurelius, emperor, philosopher, and reluctant life coach, says the mind is yours. Like 100% yours. It's the only part of you that doesn't just wander off like your phone's signal during a crisis. Everything else? Temporary rentals. But the mind? No one else gets a say. And Epictetus, our favorite ancient ex-slave turned intellectual powerhouse, chimes in, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. Translation: the bad stuff, flat tires, bad hair days, stepping in dog poop, is coming, but you've got the power to decide how much it messes with you. And that, my friends, is where freedom lives. So what does this mean in normal person terms? You don't get to pick what life throws at you. Sometimes it's a high five, sometimes it's a pie, sometimes it's a metaphorical or literal pile of dog poop. But what you do get to pick is how you respond. That's where your power lives. In the space between stuff happening and you reacting like a caffeinated raccoon. Stoicism says this: there's a magical, invisible gap between stimulus and response. Something happens. Then you get to choose. React right away, or pause, breathe, think, and then react. That gap is everything. It's small, it's sneaky, it disappears when you're tired, hangry, or stuck in traffic behind a person going 20 in a 60 zone. But if you can spot it, if you can slip into it like a ninja of reason, that's where your freedom lives. Okay, let's really break this down. You're walking along, minding your business, and squish. Dog poop. Classic. Now your default reaction might be anger. Ugh, my shoes, my day is ruined. Followed by some impressive gymnastics trying to scrape it off on the curb. But what if, instead of losing your mind, you stepped into that magical gap between stimulus and response? In that gap, you've got options. Option 1, lose it and let dog poop decide your mood. Option 2, take a breath. Realize it's not the end of the world. Clean your shoe, and move on. The Stoics would say, why let something you can't change like the poop control something you can change like your attitude? They're smart like that. Now I know what you're thinking. But I can't just stop reacting to stuff, it's automatic. And you're right, it is at first. But here's the kicker. The more you practice noticing that gap, the bigger it gets. It's like a muscle. Awareness is your gym. And every time you stop yourself from reacting like a toddler denied a cookie, you're getting stronger. Soon, you'll be handling life's curveballs like a pro. So what's the big takeaway here? It's all about reasoned choice. That's Stoic speak for stepping into the gap and choosing your reaction instead of letting life push you around. The world is going to do what it does. Dogs are going to poop, strangers are going to cut you off in traffic, and coffee is going to spill. But none of that has to ruin your day unless you let it. Stoicism hands you the remote. You get to pause, think, and then pick the reaction that aligns with your best self, not your sleep-deprived, caffeine-addled, road-ragey self. That's the freedom of choice. It's not flashy, it's not Instagrammable, but it's real, and it works. Once you spot that first thought, this is utterly terrible. You don't have to say, yes, thought, you're absolutely right. You can say, maybe let's double check that. You treat your emotions like they're suggestions, not commands. Thank you, anger, but I'll take it from here. And sometimes, the best response is no response at all. Not every battle needs your participation. You're allowed to smile, clean your shoe, and carry on like the legend that you are. So there you have it. According to the Stoics, freedom doesn't mean getting everything you want. It means having the power to respond how you want even when things go sideways, especially when they go sideways. So here's your challenge. Find that gap. Next time something annoying happens, whether it's dog poop or a bad Wi-Fi connection, pause. Take a breath. Choose your best response. Maybe even laugh, because life's too short to let tiny things steal your joy. If that's not freedom, I don't know what is. If you enjoyed this little brain detour into ancient wisdom with a modern twist, smash that like button like it's a reactive impulse you're choosing to override. Subscribe if you want more Stoic survival tips, and remember, you can't always choose what happens, but you can always choose who you are when it does. Until next time, stay Stoic, stay awesome, and I'll catch you in the gap. Bye for now.